Some I got with amber stems and some with silver bands, bent ones and straight ones and all sorts of brands. A lot of pipes, says you, for one old pensioner to own. But, folks, as soon as Christmas comes, they won't leave me alone. We'll give old Pete a pipe, they says, forgetful in their way. It's what they gives me every year, said old Pete Paraday. Bent ones and straight ones, some must ha cost real dear, more than I'd smoke if I should live for 200 year. We'll give ole Pete a pipe, they says. People is awful good here in the bush. He sucks, they says, at that ole cherry wood all bound with bits of wire and stuff, and cracked and caked up too. But, lordy, none of them don't know that pipe the way I do. I've had him over 7 year, and I just likes him fine, for, cracked and all, and caked and all, he's a good ole mate of mine. Cherry, I calls him, just for short. I own he smells no end, but, if I was to lose him now, I'd feel I'd lost a friend. Yes, he knows me and I knows him, a cranky coot someways got to be humoured, like a man. He has his sulky days, goes stubborn and won't draw at all if I packs him too tight, and, if I cuts the backy course, the cow won't stay alive. But on long winter evenings, there by the blazing log, the three of us gets yarnin', him and me and my ole dog. But, lordy, if I told you all about ole Cherry here, you'd say me brain was softening. You'd say, ole Pete's gone queer. He lost his self last winter down there along the creek, and a pretty dance he led me with his crazy hide and seek. That's how I catched pneumonia. The doctor says, you're mad, risk death for that old stickin' pipe. But I says, listen, lad, ole Cherry does me far more good than all your doctor's stuff. But he just stands and grins at me. He knowed it sure enough. Cherry, I says, has been my mate. But he says, hold your row, you tough ole hunk of hide. He says, sit up and drink this now. Some I got with amber stems and some with silver bands, bent ones and straight ones, all sorts of brands. If you came into my bush hut you'd see a bravery pipes of every shape and cut, said old Pete Paraday. But don't you say you seen 'em, 'cause folks is awful good. We'll give ole Pete a pipe, they says. Pooh. That ole Cherry would. Yes, folks is kind at Christmas time, but, now and then, I grants, I wish they'd stand a man a short, or p'raps a pair of pants.